Anti-cancer drugs. What are the anti-cancer drugs? The drugs which are used to kill the cancer cells and modify their growth. Here, the classification of cancer anti-cancer drugs are three types: cytotoxic drugs, targeted drugs, and hormonal drugs. Here comes to the cytotoxic drugs. These cytotoxic drugs, and it will be classified into 8 subdivisions like alkylating agents, platinum coordination complex, antimetabolites, microtubule damaging agents, topomerase 2 inhibitor, topomerase 1 inhibitor, and antibiotics. Finally, miscellaneous. Here we have seen each clearly about what is the name drug. In classification, anti-cancer drug classification, cytotoxic drugs is the first classification. In that first classification, the alkylating agent comes under the alkylating agents having another subdivisions like nitrogen mustards, ethylamine. These are divided into nitrogen mustards, ethylamine, alkyl sulfonate nitriureas, thiazides. According to their structure, they will divide their names, and the drugs will be divided by the structure and their uses also. According to their structure and uses, the names will be divided. Here and alkylating agents contain nitrogen mustards, mechlorethamine, and nitrogen mustards contain mechlorethamine, cyclophosphamide, isophosphamide, chlorambucil, meflon. And in ethylamine, alkyl sulfonate contains thiotepa, bisulfone, carmustine drugs. And thiazide classification contains decarbamine, dacarbazine, lomustine, temozolomide. Methyl hydrogens having only one drug, procarbazine. And platinum coordination complex contain, because it's having the combination of platinum is included in the drugs, so that's why platinum coordination complex we called as platinum coordination complex. In this, cisplatin, carboplatin, oxoplatin is there. Antimetabolites contain 3 subtypes according to their structure: fluoride antagonist, purine antagonist, pyridine antagonist. Because it is having purine pyrimidine structures, they are classified: methotrexate, premethotrexate, 6-mercaptopurine, 6-thioguanine, azathioprine, and 5-fluorouracil, capectin, cytarabine, cytosine arabinoside. These are comes under the antimetabolites. And microtubule damaging agents contain vincristine, vinblastine, and vinorelbine, paclitaxel, esteromycin, docetaxel. These are also called as plant drugs, which are vincristine, vinblastine mainly obtained from the plants, so that's why it is also called as plant drugs. T2 inhibitors. T2 inhibitors are etoposide. T1 inhibitor is topotectan, irinotecan. These are. And here comes to the antibiotics. We already knows that antibiotics are mycin, ends with mycin. The all mycin drugs are comes under the antibiotics like actinomycin, dactinomycin, doxorubicin, daunorubicin, and bleomycin, mitomycin. And some other miscellaneous drugs are used in anti-cancer drugs to avoid the side effects like hydroxyurea, L-asparaginase, tritonin, arsenic trioxide. And for this, the first cytotoxic drugs classification completed. And the second one is targeted drugs, mainly particular organ. We already knows that the cancer is several types: breast cancer, brain cancer, blood cancer, stomach cancer, and liver cancer, kidney cancer. These are the types. So that's why targeted drugs are invented. These drugs work on the places. Here targeted drugs contain five categories. In that five categories, first one is tyrosine protein kinase inhibitor, TPKI, also called as TPKI. In imatinib, in imatinib, nilotinib, these two drugs are comes under the TPKI, means tyrosine protein kinase inhibitors. EGF receptor inhibitors. In EGF receptor inhibitors contain three drugs only: gefitinib and erlotinib, cetuximab. Angiogenesis inhibitor contain two drugs: bevacizumab, sunitinib. Proteasome inhibitor contain only one drug, that is bortezomib. Unarmed monoclonal antibody contain two drugs. These are rituximab, trastuzumab. Sorry if I pronounce wrongly. I'm really sorry. These are some very hard to pronounce this. I will try my best. Trastuzumab. Hormonal drugs. Some cancer is like for the hormonally. For the anti-cancer drugs are used. Hormonal drugs.